guess the general perception, I would say, is that, homeless people are lazy, are bums, winos, displaced because they won't contribute to the common good in America, working every day, and the corporate structure and so on and so forth. And at least that was my perception prior to getting here.
I became homeless because I was suffering from depression, and so it took me about a couple of months to lose the place I was living at, and realizing that, hey, I'm homeless now. I gotta find somewhere to sleep tonight. So I came over here, sat in the garage with all the guys, and just looking around, just amazed. And then slowly I started learning really about, homelessness and what it's about, and meeting all these people that I usually pass by, on the street, not really knowing who they are. The one thing that amazed me when I first got here was to see all these guys go to work every day. Get up 5 in the morning, go to work all day, and then you're trying to figure out, okay, well, you work, you do all these things, why can't you get a place? I mean, if you're working at McDonald's making $6.50 an hour, it doesn't matter if you work 60 hours. You still can't get a place.
There's no jurisdiction in the state of Georgia where minimum wage salary is enough to pay fair market rent for even an efficiency apartment. And those statistics come from HUD. HUD also says that nobody should have to pay more than 30% of your income for your housing. So for Atlanta, you have to earn at least $15 an hour to be able to afford a one-bedroom apartment, $17 an hour for a two-bedroom apartment, and some change. So what we mostly see is people who are working minimum wage jobs who are trying to make it on 2 full-time jobs or one, and combine an income with somebody else. You lose one of those incomes, one of those jobs, or one of those people, and you can be out of housing in 7 days legally in Georgia.
People aren't really aware of the situations that drive people to homelessness, and so they go with what they believe to be a reason why a person is homeless. Or the dialogues that occur when you just see a person on the street is just like limits your understanding. If you were to carry on a conversation, if you really were to inquire about what's going on with a person's life, then you would probably get enough information to make a better decision. It's sort of a disadvantage for a homeless person that the fact that the community is not really willing to know him, and then he sort of clams up or shells up, and he's not really willing to discuss some of the issues that he's going through.
The Task Force is a resource that will allow individuals to have a place to seek or get whatever resources and assistance they might need, whether that be emergency shelter or sanctuary, food, clothing. This is a place that will bring individuals into a community to have a difference and make an impact on their lives. We provide training. We provide resources that improve upon an individual's life. And so with that improvement, they become an asset and a value to the community as a whole.
We have a housing coordinator, we have an employment coordinator, we have people that focus on mental health care and addiction issues. And so these are programs that are in place to kind of facilitate the movement of people who are coming into the building. We have an arts program here, and if they're interested in photography, or if they're interested in painting, or if they're interested in other areas that might not be on their radar screen because they're fighting to survive, to let them know that there's other options here that we would like to provide them with in order for them to get in touch with what will get them excited and engaged in life again.
When you have nothing, The whole world say you need to be looking for a job. Go ahead and get a job right now. You need money right now. Sometimes that's the last thing you need. You know, sometimes you do need a break. Sometimes you need to focus on to something else other than money. You know, and that's the chance that photography brought to me. Because you come out of all the rumble and you come into this dark, quiet place. And we make beautiful things there. And it's very peaceful, it's very quiet. And, you know, that's what it brought me. I used to lock myself in the dark room for hours, but totally forget about the world. As a homeless person, I was a very lucky guy. You know, I gained more from it than probably 10 years of my life before then. You know, I record my life. You know, I record all the faces, you know, that I see, all the people, all the events, everywhere that I am. I can't give anyone anything better than that. I mean, that's the best, most real part of me that I can express without any words.
This building is perfectly situated on the street to include street-level retail that can be an asset to the neighborhood and a draw into this building. We will have a coffee shop, we're calling it Blend, and when people come for a really good cup of coffee, and that's all, they be drawn in to understand what this community in this building, this sustainable, green, smart community is all about. We're recycling everything from the floorboards in the Atlanta Ballet rehearsal area to the doors, the fire doors in the building, to some of the hardware and the lights that are original. So everything is having a reuse. And all of that has an impact physically on this city. That the green roof, the roof garden we're planning, has a real benefit to the sewage system in Atlanta. That it catches the rainwater and absorbs it and reduces the runoff and the burden on the system. So not only are we going to look good at the street level, and we have a design that looks really good, people will be able to go up to the roof and drink a cup of coffee. All of that will be an improvement to the whole city, certainly to this block. We intended all along for this to be a beautiful building, well renovated and restored.
It's hard to walk through these doors and recognize what we're trying to do and know that you're playing a part of it and not feel immediately transformed and excited and really curious as to what is this going to be like when it's all said and done, when we are able to implement all of these ideas and plans that we have for this vision. It's going to be amazing. There's a really rich potential to have a significant role and leave a really important mark on not only the blueprint that we're creating here that can serve as a model for other cities, but also just what it will feel like to know that you've contributed to a project that is successfully transforming the lives of a large part of our population.